Booty steam.
All right.
I think we're up and going.
We're live.
Are we live?
Yep.
Chickadee check. We are live. For all you insomniacs out there, we decided to do a little brainstorming, and dude, last night was a train wreck.
Absolute fucking train wreck.
Started off strong, everything was going good, and two friends at a bar. I think the bar won.
Yeah, it's like probably like 3-0 bar at this point, maybe more can score. But I don't think we won yet.
I'm pretty sure when we last looked, that was a 4.5 hour live session.
Time flies when you're bullshitting, man. Holy
Time flies
smokes.
when you're having fun. Yeah, originally we were going to do somewhat of a beach theme tonight, and kind of, because I constantly bring up my upcoming excursion on the beach here in a couple weeks, and I think we're gonna run and have a little bit of goofiness, just kind of shoot the shit a little bit, and who knows, maybe I'll stir up some trouble here in a little while.
All right, but first and foremost, by ritual.
Yes, you cannot start a night without. What is our drink of choice tonight?
We're gonna go back to the proper.
Would that be proper number 12?
Proper number 12, but we're only gonna do proper number 1.
Yeah, each one of these has been a learning curve, but the fun part is the feedback that we've got from 99.9% of the people has all been positive.
I like good feedback.
There's always going to be that one, though. We'll leave it at that.
All right, proper number 1.
Proper number 1. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tap. Oh,
that's okay. I'm going to chase it with first time I tried this today, something a little lighter. Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Not Your Father's Root Beer. It is 5.9% alcohol, premium malt beverage with natural and artificial flavors. I think I've had this before. I'm pretty sure I've had it before, but we are going to pop one open anyways.
To me, it tastes just like a good A&W, without the foam, without the fizz. I could probably put this in a float.
Oh,
no, you don't like it?
Ice cream float, a root beer float.
It had to be with A&W.
I'm gonna say this is a little closer to an IBC tasting. Light fizz. It tastes just like a root beer. It's hands down. You don't taste a bit of alcohol in that. No hops, nothing. It literally tastes just like a root beer.
Can you do root beer floats with chocolate ice cream? I mean, I'm sure you can do it, but is that like...
You call me weird because I put mayonnaise on my hot dog the other day.
That is fucking weird. That is real fucking weird. Hey, man, I love mayonnaise just like everybody else, but... Not like everybody else, but... I don't use it as a major spread.
To do this properly, I'm going to say I think we need to start doing a rating on each one.
On a scale, give it a scale.
Yeah, I'm thinking like just we'll keep it simple for right now and do like a scale from 1 to 10. And honestly, I mean, I love my beer. I love, this right here. I'm honestly going to give it a good solid 8. Really.
On 10.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
This right here would be another good summer beer. Again, just sitting on the front porch, chilling with people, or sitting at the bar, as we are right now. And
but it's got to be cold.
It's got to be cold.
Got to be cold.
Ice cold.
I could not drink this shit fucking warm. Did you ever try drinking a beer from your cooler the next day? The ice is all melted, like you're at camp or something like that. The ice is all melted, but the water in the cooler is still ice cold. Is it still acceptable to drink that? Is it still good? I mean, I do it.
I'll drink ice water out of it. Why wouldn't you? There's nothing wrong with that.
Now do you drink skunk beer after it's like been cold?
Oh, I see where
got
you're going.
warm, and then got cold again. Can you do that? I can't do it.
There are certain ones. I mean, it doesn't skunk like that all the time, every time. But I mean, it would literally have to have gotten cold to, like, we're talking
It's been in your refrigerator,
ungodly warm,
and it's
like
set.
left out in the sun warm.
And then can you put that beer back in the refrigerator, let it get cold again, and then drink it?
I think you can. I don't see why you can't.
I mean, you can. I know people that do it. I just,
I've done.
oh,
Well, when you think about it, dude, we left that case of Miller up there on top of the fridge,
yeah.
and it went from cold to warm, and then we put it in the fridge, and
I can do it after I've had like 10 beers, and I kind of don't care. You know, like my taste buds are pretty much destroyed at that point.
I don't know. Like I said, I'd say it's pretty solid. I've done it multiple times, but then again, there are certain beers out there that you can drink warm. They're good, and in my opinion, Iron City is one of those beers that you can legit drink lukewarm, ice cold. I mean, all beers are always going to be the best cold, but there are just some that are tolerable after they, after you let them sit.
I don't think I've ever intentionally drank or ordered a warm beer.
I don't know why you would actually order a warm beer. I've been to some bars that
don't they do that shit over in Europe? Like the Guinness, can't you get Guinness served warm?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I know there's some places they like warm beer.
One of the things I've learned, beer has to be a certain temperature, a certain cold temperature to be. Otherwise, you get nothing but foam. Like if you've ever, like at a bar, what's it good? I don't want to put any bars on blast, but do you ever notice whenever they're pouring a draft beer, there are times where they'll pour it and everything just goes good and you see no foam come out, but then there's other times where they'll sit there and just let the foam pour.
Yeah.
And just it's because the beer has gotten to too warm of a temperature. They let the beer get too warm. Now, over time, warm beer does skunk. And I've actually been to a few bars. One of them actually is now closed and being rebuilt. They were notorious for, you were lucky if it was lukewarm coming out of the quote-unquote cooler.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got the bars, their coolers just aren't up to par. Or they just don't.
Or, you got another bar that I don't know if they're doing just buying the beer on discount and, hey, we had some stuff left over that didn't sell, here you go. But I know of one bar in particular where you go in there, and I literally one night was ordering my normal Yingling, took a drink, and after the second drink, I'm like, yeah, that's, straight up skunk. And the bartender was cool, got me another one, popped it. Same thing. This one was skunked. I literally went through 3 Yinglings, and all 3 of them were skunked. So I switched brands. And I'll be damned if the next one, I think it might have been Labatt. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Labatt. I haven't had Labatt in forever. I'll do that. First one, skunked out.
Ugh.
And I actually let a couple of the other patrons try it. And they all agreed that they didn't taste right. Because at that point, the bartender's kind of like, look, I'm giving you 4 beers now, and you're complained about all 4. Well, once everybody else got involved, and she's like, okay, I got an Iron City then. And it was fine. So what I'm wondering is, are they ordering the beers maybe, and then because it's not selling, it's not the popular in that area, they're just letting it sit back there for a little while?
It might be, man. That's bad business.
It is what it is. Hey,
I will prefer it to go to a bar that has the coldest beer over most other bars.
After last night's little run-in, even these drinks are kind of like, I'm actually sitting here sweating.
Oh, I've been sweating. I've been sweating it out all day.
Oh God, it was muggy. It was muggy as all get out.
Yeah, I just kept sweating today, sweating it out.
Again, quick shout out.
Oh yeah, man.
I still don't. I still need to get a hold of him. Get some stickers. Get some actual T-shirts. Maybe a beanie. Find something.
Get that sleeveless, baby.
Give me a sleeveless,
Want
and
that
I'll wear that all
diesel
day.
sleeveless.
Steve's Diesel Shop has agreed to be our new sponsor.
In Mercer.
Therein lies the thing again. Is it Mercer or Hermitage? It's either way. You can't miss it. I mean, it's
check them out on Facebook, man.
Yeah,
Steve's Diesel Shop
LLC. Here's the number. This is the koozie. Dude, he's a cool, legit. I mean, I've been in the shop one time. I don't have a diesel, but I stopped by just because I wanted to see it. And dude, he's busy.
His page was impressive, man.
He is busy.
His page, his work, man. He looks like he knows his shit.
So yeah, I'd like to think that if you got a diesel problem, which diesel trucks are really starting to take off, I'm noticing. Give him a holler. 724-269-0477. Steve's Diesel Shop. You'll probably have one of the sweetest girls ever answer the phone. That you will not be disappointed. That being said, interesting day.
Yeah, for
very,
you.
Very interesting day.
What you have go on?
Well, honestly, like I said, last night was definitely a learning curve. We will not.
We got into some deep shit. Literally, but both ways. Deep as in thought and deep as in.
Oh yeah, we ruffled a few feathers last night, and I hate to say it.
You got to be able to say what's on your mind sometimes.
Well, 99.999%. There's always that 0.00001. I promised I wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna call you out and let me pre-warn you. You're giving me more ammunition for this. Trust me on that. We're gonna have fun. That being said, my day. And yes, that was me saying that, not the gentleman beside me.
I've had a big issue this last week. A big issue and a huge fucking problem.
Oh, what's up?
I don't know what I did or what I signed up for, but have you ever been a victim of a robocaller? It is an absolute fucking nightmare, dude. Every day this week, I've had over 40 phone calls from just a scrambled Pennsylvania fucking number. And so I block it. So my block list, I probably have over 200 numbers by now. From Pennsylvania, like trying to trick me into answering it. Like if you're not saved in my phone, chances are I'm not answering that phone call unless I'm expecting something. But this robocall, like we need to have a task force to go ahead, find these people that are doing the robocalling, arrest these people, throw them in the back of a fucking truck, put them on a fucking boat, and extradite them to some fucking island somewhere. It's horrible. It is absolutely fucking terrible.
My favorite one, I don't think I've had the automated, we leave the house. No, I've had one like that. Used to be, we have found something wrong with your account. I've also had the one that said that the FBI is going to come and get me.
Oh, I've had people reach out to my kids.
Yes.
Or my ex and be like, yes, this is the FBI. We're looking for this person. And the kids call me all worried, like, Dad, this legal force is looking for you. I'm like, guys, it's fine. As far as I know, I've done nothing. Unless it was last night, I might have done something. I don't know.
Now,
got a little fuzzy.
Out of pure fun, every now and then I'll actually answer these calls, and it's always got it's got that foreign accent.
Yeah.
We'll just say the foreign accent.
You can't fucking understand them.
And I had one time tell me that my name had been drawn and I was winning $250,000. And I'm like, well,
I'd take that call.
how is that happening? Because I never signed up for anything. He says, well, do you shop at Walmart? I do. He said, did you use a card? Yes. He says, every time you shop at Walmart or you shop at different stores, you automatically go into this sweepstakes.
Oh, that sounds grimy.
So every time, this man says, every time I use my debit card or credit card, whichever way I go, that I am, I'm willfully getting into a sweepstakes unknowingly, So, okay, it gets down to, he tells me there will be, where was it coming from? It was coming from DC, I think. There would be an armored truck. There would be a locked suitcase with my $250,000 cash, and another gentleman would be there to give me the combination. All it would take would for me to pay them. I think it was, I can't remember. It was some weird I had to Western Union them the money because I had to be 24 hours. It was, I think he tried to make it out like it was some part of the taxes and all that. And he went on to give me the code, and he went on to, believe it or not, he said if I wanted to take less money, he would give me the combination. He started giving me this combination.
But you had
for
to give
$100,000, but and this time it wasn't going to be like $250 I had to send him. It was going to be like $150. So I mean, it was well thought out, well done. I'll give him a lot of credit.
How can these fuckers sleep at night?
But honestly, the funnest part for me was when you could hear the kids playing in the background and yelling and screaming and going on. And it wasn't until I said, sir, can you tell your kids to, keep it down? I'm having problems understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, if we're exchanging $250,000, can your kids be down?
Next thing I knew, he hung up the phone.
Oh, geez, fucking people are fucking grimy, man. Get a job. Get a real fucking job.
That honestly, it was fun. It's fun to, but I'm also one of the guerrilla terrorists on the phone too. Like, if I don't recognize a number, I mean, dude, even you've had to have done this. I'll get on there and say, thank you for calling Pizza Hut. Can I take your order, please? Click.
Oh, I've never done that. I'm about to, like, when one of these robocallers call, I'm about to, like, absolutely flip my fucking lid, man, because I can't fucking everyone.
But then again, there is the like, I do sign up for phone calls. I like getting in on the live chats over the phone when, like, I'll get on Steelers United and they'll be interviewing, this Steeler, that Steeler, a coach, or somebody. No, I mean, yeah, I have been known to give out my number on occasion, but so it makes it interesting when I'm trying to decipher who's who, because obviously when, the Steelers automated calls you, it's not going to say Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
It's just going to give you like a 412 number. Sometimes it's a number out of Latrobe or wherever, but,
Right.
So I kind of do it to myself. But yeah, as far as I do have a mean streak. I've got an evil streak. I have a devious streak, and both my kids have picked up on this.
What, that they have it too?
Oh, they have it. They've got it. Yeah. I've been known to
lose your cool.
Have a battle of wits, let's say, over the phone.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, but I don't acknowledge these people because maybe if I pick up, they'll be like, "Oh, I got you now." I just want them all to, I don't know, fucking disappear.
So I got a question. We were talking about this earlier. We've been saying how we want to go ahead and do guests. Well, even though I messaged these, there are guys, celebs that will reply to their fans, some of the lesser known ones. And I'm thinking maybe we should start locally, though. And I'm thinking along the lines, maybe get one of the local wineries. They can plug their product. Maybe we can get MLH out here.
Yeah.
Get him on here.
Yeah,
He
we
can-
need to stop in there at some point.
Try that,
but try that bourbon.
Your buddy that owns Dad Bods,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking maybe what better setting than a bar setting podcast? Maybe have the Mustang.
The old Stanger.
Somebody from the old Stanger.
Get a guest bartender.
I'm thinking go right to the top and talking to the head cheeses and say, hey, you want to? Yeah, I said that.
The head cheeses.
The head cheese.
The big cheeses.
Yeah. I tried to get my friend Gary Burke last night, and either he forgot or just went on with life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of hard when you're starting off, but I mean, the positive is we've done 3. We're up to 13 subscribers now.
Yeah, like and
Which-
subscribe to the channel, man.
We're trying really hard to kind of lock in a little bit more. Every one of them's been a learning curve. Every one of them has been different, and I think this one so far has been the most structured. Honestly, we're both kind of keeping. You're way off screen there, homie.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching.
Let's adjust our. Here's another thing we need to do is get the old. I'm thinking it's time we go ahead and invest in a camera.
New eyeball.
Instead of using the one on my computer here. I think we brought the mics down.
Yeah.
I actually am going to be looking into getting the lapels, so we won't be having to lean in. We can kind of be a little more chill. We can set it up a little better.
I know. I still look good.
We'll keep it civil.
Keep it civil.
Keep it civil. So, anyways, my day consisted of me waking up absolutely soaked because my happy butt fell asleep in the garage. I happen to have 2 couches out here.
Pass the fuck out.
Completely passed out, and then you, like a trooper, kept going for I guess another half hour after I went to sleep.
Yeah. I was engaged.
And got up today. I still say you had to close the windows. Somebody closed the windows. I was soaked, thirsty, went in, just kind of putzed around the house, really. It was extremely uneventful day. Really uneventful. Tomorrow starts the my doubleheader at the old Mustang DJing. Saturday, I am absolutely slammed.
Oh, it's about to be full blown graduation party season now.
Oh, what do you think I'm doing Saturday afternoon?
Yeah.
I got a DJ Friday night. I got to do a graduation party from 2 to 6 on Saturday, and then leave right from there and go on down to the old Stanger. Go a double. And what's funny is I just got a message yesterday, the same day that I locked in Saturday at the Mustang. I got a call from another place. They liked me so much last weekend at All Stars down there in Brady. They had a big birthday party coming in, and I guess people wanted me back.
That's good. Good for business.
Real good for business. The travel's a pain. I mean, the travel's a real pain. But believe it or not, it is literally the same distance as going to Petrolia, going to Brady.
That's a fucking hike. Is it that far?
It's 50 miles.
Holy fuck.
Well, 50 minutes. It's only 42 miles or something like that.
Jesus fuck.
But, I mean, yeah, business is starting to pick up. Hopefully we can make this bad boy go. I'm thinking if we just keep plugging and keep going, before you know it, it's going to take off. We're going to find something. Oh, and there's one.
Yeah, no, like and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe. Are you ready to dig into this? I want to dig into this IPA.
All right,
Bill.
grab me one. Let's go ahead and
Make sure I get you the same one I got here.
all right. So I got this sent to live chat now.
There's something about an IPA that has just always done me fucking dirty.
Uh,
I'm not a huge fan of IPAs. I will drink Miller Lite until the sun comes up. But if I'm drinking IPAs,
I'm listening.
I'm sticking with IPAs.
I'm still trying to figure out, and if anybody knows how, I'm really trying hard to get it to show
Who's watching?
who's watching.
Who are you?
Mystery guest, please check in.
Jump in the chat, man. Let's shoot the shit.
Some messages, such as a potential spam, may not be visible. All messages are visible. We'll do live chat.
Sports wise, you know what I learned today?
I give up.
And this directly affects you as a Steelers fan.
Oh boy.
Do you know who the running back is for the Baltimore Ravens? I did not know this shit. It blew my mind today, and I was like, oh.
Didn't they just pick up Travis Henry?
Derrick
Henry,
yeah. That's scary. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running around. Holy fuck. And I think they still got Gus Edwards.
Well, the fun part on that is
Baltimore is going to be tough.
Well, the Steelers filled that gap, though, with that middle linebacker that they picked up from Baltimore, actually, in a trade.
Ray Lewis?
No.
Oh, boo.
No, I can't remember this cat's name, but, I mean, he's Pro Bowled every year he's played. So, on that note,
give him this Voodoo Ranger. It's called Juice Force.
It is an IPA. It's a hazy Imperial IPA, which I like hazies. It's a New Belgium.
What's that even fucking mean to be hazy?
It just
cloudy.
I think it's got a cloudy texture, cloudy color to it.
Well,
Nothing.
Good thing it's in a can.
But the fun factor on Voodoo on this particular drink, and this is why we're actually being careful. 9.5 per volume.
Yeah, the Golden Monkey was like 9.7. That's why we got so fucked up.
That Golden Monkey got on top of us quick.
Between that and the fucking bourbon, man. Holy fuck, man.
So on that note, I mean, summertime, I usually start getting into a little bit of the IPA. I didn't like IPAs for the longest time. I mean, to me, it was like chewing on or drinking a pine cone, grapefruit mixed,
Yeah.
But when I went to the beer fest out in Pittsburgh at PNC Park, I went through, and that's when I discovered the different variations of beer, of the IPAs, and there's one called Patrick Hazy, and it was good. So,
and you had to have it.
I mean, ever since then, I found that I do like hazy IPAs. The problem is IPAs don't like me.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I can drink 20 Miller Lights and totally function, but I'll drink 5 IPAs, and I'm slow.
So, mystery guest, please sign in. I'm very interested in knowing who this person is.
All right, so let's try this. Let's try this Juice Force.
Let's do the Juice Force. Here we go.
Voodoo Ranger, Juice Force.
Cheers.
Let's see. Well, I'll be sleeping on the couch in 5 minutes.
It's not.
It doesn't taste like a traditional IPA.
Well, that's the hazy. They're a tamed down. I mean, you still taste it's got that hoppy, that.
It's got like a juice Hawaiian punch.
Yeah, it does actually. But therein lies the whole Juice Force.
And that's what makes IPAs fucking dangerous. Because when they taste good like that, you could probably suck them down 9.5.
I'll tell you what.
You're in trouble.
My favorite IPA, my go-to, is Southern Tier. And the Southern Tier Hazy, the Southern Tier live session. I mean, they're good all around. They really are. Every one of them, they've got it down on lock. No two IPAs taste the same. Now, I'm
That's
sure.
a fact.
I'm sure there's ones out there that especially the ones that don't like IPAs. Once you taste one IPA, they all taste the same.
I miss when we had Kohlers here in town.
Oh
my Lord!
Bulldog.
How many? The old Bulldog, the Growler.
I got the Growler right up there.
Yeah, those were good nights, man.
They are in Elwood now.
They had both, right? The owner, he actually owned a landscape company years ago, and I worked for him when I was a landscaper. And then they sold the company, and he bought Kohlers. It's named after him. He's doing well, man. He makes a fine beer, man. He made a fine beer when we worked.
I'm thinking, no, we may have to take a trip to Elwood sometime.
Oh, didn't we do that before?
And not Elwood.
Where the fuck were we?
We were in Zilly.
Jesus.
We were close. Before I had my little run in. It was, oh God, was it Halloween? Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a picture of Beetlejuice, man.
Yeah.
Met fucking Beetlejuice. Yeah, that was good, man.
Yeah, I mean, how do you go to 3 different bars and not one of them is having a Halloween party? Not one.
But everybody was dressed up.
There was some that came from Halloween parties, but yeah, it was just kind of, it was bizarre in my world, honestly. This, you'd think that Halloween would have been fun. Now, I will say this much about Zelienople. Small town, old town, historic town. But I tell you what, like, their horse trading days is fucking amazing. It is so much fun. There are some craft, like they have Shoe Brew. They have a couple other. It'd be worth going out there and just kind of chilling. Like Thursdays, they drop the ordinance, and all the different bars and restaurants and stuff will open up and allow you to actually take a drink from one place to another.
Really?
Every Thursday.
Why have we not done this?
Well, I will say this much. Today's Thursday. We could have got away with it. Fuck. Maybe we'll do it next Thursday, depending on your schedule. I hear you. On that note,
it's opened up.
So you got some good news today.
Potential. Yeah. Looking at a somewhat of a career change, in the positive direction. So we shall see, man. We shall see.
Paper route.
Dude,
is that even such a thing anymore? That was legit my very first job. Again, bringing up Zelienople.
Not on a bike. I don't think they do it on a bike anymore.
I had
like Paperboy, the video game.
They were trying to do Pittsburgh was trying to do another paper. There was the Post Gazette, but then you had the Pittsburgh Press.
Okay.
That was an up and coming. And I remember coming home with my stepdad to one day, and this guy just comes walking up to us. He happened to see us up at the store, and back then there was literally at the end of the block was a grocery store, and he happened to see me there with my stepdad, and he basically followed us back to the house just to ask me if I wanted to deliver papers.
Did you do it like on foot, bike, car?
Tried it with a bike. I didn't have a basket or anything like that, and I was trying to, I found out real quick that a bike tire is going to wear the bottom of a paper bag out.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, dude, it was a cool gig. It really was. It was fun, Most of my deliveries were at the retirement home at the end of the block, Passavant. So, I mean, it was.
My mom did one by car, right? So she would get up to deliver papers at 4:00 in the morning. She'd go to a gas station, and someone would have already dropped off a load of papers.
Okay.
And then she would drive, and we lived in the Pocono Mountains, so she would drive a shit ton of miles through the woods. And she said, sometimes she got sketched out. So I started waking up with her at 4 a.m. before school, get in the car with her, and I would do her paper route with her. She was, she was hustling, man, trying to make some extra cash. Because I didn't want my mom out there driving through the fucking woods at 4 o'clock in the morning, get done, come home, and then go to school. We did that for like 6 months. That paper route, man, paper routes start early, man.
Oh,
Real early. Holy
mine
shit.
was I would come home like I think I hated Flyers Day.
It was
Yeah, you had to get there's always that one day a week where you had to put the flyers in the paper.
Each paper.
And, like I said, it was a cool gig. It was, I mean, it kept money. It was cool because I had this old stereo box back when you had the boom boxes, the little thin one.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept the box, and just because it looked cool. Now, bear in mind, I'm like 11 years old at the time. I would just take all my cash and throw it in this box. And it was so cool to see the bottom of the box is covered in cash. To me, I was rich.
Oh, yeah.
But that was back. I mean, my God, don't get me started on back in the day.
Oh, back in the day.
I mean, my God, the stuff you used to be able to buy with the money I had was nuts. If you had $20 in your pocket, you literally thought you were rich. That was back when if you found a quarter, dude, you could do so much with a quarter.
Dude, I had $5. I had gas for the weekend. Like, it was crazy, man.
Well,
gas was 93 cents when I started driving. 92 cents a gallon when I started driving. 1996.
Me and my friend Kurt used to talk all the time. Back when him and I first met each other and was hanging out, $20 would put fuel in your vehicle, buy you cigarettes.
Yeah.
You can go to the bar for most of the night and still had money left over to go to Sheetz and get you chili cheese dogs afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, now that's like 4 beers. And no gas, no smokes.
Oh, God, $20. I mean, at best, you
shit's gone. My kids are like, hey, Dad, I'm going to McDonald's. It's like, all right, here's $20.
Oh, the dollar menu's gone. I just really discovered that because I've been trying to stay away from fast food.
Well, I learned the trick on how to actually, and I fucking hate doing it. It's totally not me. But to get good value out of fast food, you have to have the app. If you use the mobile app, dude, every day when I work, I go to McDonald's and I cheat. I do cheat. You can get any breakfast sandwich using the app.
Okay.
For $1. That includes the steak bagel, the McGriddle. $1. $1.06.
Now you're making me hungry. Probably because we're starting to get a little bit of alcohol in our system, dude. All of a sudden, I now have a craving for a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
They ain't serving that shit till 5.
Run it. No, they do it 24 hours now. Or no, they don't 24 hours anymore.
So, but then after that order is completed, you can go back into your app and use another deal. So then I get a coffee, any size coffee, for $1.06. So every day when I go to work, I place these 2 orders before I leave the house. When I jump in the shower, I get the breakfast sandwich for $1.06. Get out of the shower, that order's completed, and then I order the large coffee for $1.06. You can only do it once a day. Well, that's all I fucking need. So then I go to McDonald's, walk inside, my shit's sitting right there, and they know me by now. They go in there, like, here you go. And they know
it's already set.
I'm cheating the system. I'm using 2 deals at once.
Well,
they don't fucking care.
It's the American dream now.
Yeah.
Everything's done on an app. They've got an app for that.
$2.12. You get a sausage, egg, cheese, bagel, and a large coffee.
But back to the paper route. Like I told Connor when we first moved back up here, go around and try and get, yards to mow. Go around and see if you can get a paper route. Go out and this is all stuff I used to do as a kid. I actually did pretty well up here. Mowing lawns, shoveling driveways, shoveling walkways.
Oh man, you can definitely make money shoveling, man.
They don't. Well, you can't now. He walked all over town with a shovel one time, trying to get. Now everybody just. I mean, the thing of it is, the winters are so different up here now. they're not nearly as bad as what they used to be. People just get out there with their dang snow blowers and it's over.
See, what I wanted to start is you know how high school athletes, like, they want to work but they can't always, especially football players.
Right.
So I wanted to find a way to put money in their pockets. So what I wanted to do was, you know, like people that needed their lawn mowed or, you know, shovels, you know, sidewalks shoveled, is for them to contact you. You'd be the contact person. You know, it would have to be some kind of legitimate business. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it would have to be able to at least pay for itself. But the money would go to the athletes. You know, give them a chance to make that money.
Well, if you remember a few years ago, back when we were kind of in our infancy of friendship, you know, I had the idea of wanting to open up a place right on Broad Street, and it was mainly going to be for like the high school kids, someplace they can go have internet connection if they want to do their homework. You know, I'd set up music, you know, there'd be some food, you know, the simple stuff, you know, nachos, maybe some hot dogs, you know, something that could be real quick, and, you know, sell Mountain Dews, Monsters, you know, all the. And I wanted to use part of the proceeds, you know, part of some of the profit to help fund just like you said, the local football team, the local, you know, wrestling team, you know, the high school teams, the junior high team, just help these guys out a little bit. And your words would never work. Well, why wouldn't it work? Because they had something called like the Eagle's Nest or something like that. And I've looked all over the place ever since you said that. There used to be a hangout called the Eagle's Nest. And apparently, from what I was told, they shut it down because they didn't want kids gathering in an area.
Like a fucking arcade.
Basically. I mean,
why?
They would have been, I mean, that's exactly what the Y does.
They're going to gather
they've
anyway.
They've got a whole lounge section at the Y. They've got couches. They can play video games, ping pong. Why not do that here?
Downtown where the kids can walk to in the summer.
Yeah, they can literally walk there, go in, get a Monster, sit down. Like
safely
I said, there's
with
be
sidewalks.
A Wi-Fi. That way they can put laptops in, you connect, and
maybe they don't have Wi-Fi at home. Maybe, you know, that's.
So now that you know, I've actually got a decent head on my shoulders for business. What would you think about possibly in the near future, maybe throwing it out there?
There's a possibility, man. We need investors.
Well, we definitely need investors. I mean, and I tell you what, we already got one sponsor. We got one investor on this.
Steve's Diesel.
Steve's Diesel. And I'm hoping in the next month or two, not only is the investors going to come in, but there's also going to be maybe more along the lines of more subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because one of the things I've promoted every time we've gone live, I welcome the chats. I welcome, you know, the feedback. You know, it's not always going to be good.
I'd like to be able to promote GoFundMe's on here, like, you know, like
not even a GoFundMe, like buy me a coffee.
Buy me a coffee.
They've got it's called Buy Me a Coffee. And basically somebody just, you know, they get it's an app. They got an app for that. And they you know, here, I'll buy them a coffee. Here's $1, $2. It's not a, you know, none of my ideas are get rich quick. I'm looking for stuff to kind of pass the time. Make a little side cash.
Generate some revenue.
Yeah, just, you know, put some money in my pocket. And, you know, because of my DJing, I was actually able to go out and buy a dryer, cash, boom. Now, granted, I played with the system a little bit, and I put it on my Lowe's card, and then when the first bill came in, bam, I paid it all off. That was good for my credit.
It's great for your credit.
So I've amassed, you know, a little bit of, so yeah, I mean, mainly this is, you know, doing all this is just enough to kind of help me get a little more leveled out, to be able to take vacations and be able to, plus the fun part about doing this platform, I was literally just telling my wife earlier, is actually therapeutic. It gives me an opportunity to kind of get out there, vent, say what I got to say, and I don't think there's really been I don't think there's been a time where I've been like, damn, that sucked.
No.
Last night went a little off the rails.
Fucking
By the way,
golden monkey.
we're at the 45-minute mark, so let's do our thing. We're gonna try and I'm thinking an hour and a half max.
Yeah, you'll see what we got, man. I would
Just
love some
on a-
feedback.
And you know what's really fun? Again, we've got that one mystery person. There's always, every time we go live, there's always one mystery person that never comments.
That's okay. I'm still befuddled by who do you got in the NFL, man? I know we're getting close to NFL season, dude. I am so happy.
Ooh.
I miss football so much.
Football's no, I'm turning the hat around because right now I'm in my baseball mode.
When the football season ends, it is sad.
It's devastating.
It
It
is.
really is.
That Super Bowl ends and the college football playoff ends, and it's like, now what? And then you have that little break, and the ice hockey season. I'm pretty sure that's
I
fucking,
just literally seen a short
it's nonstop.
where they had taken video. It was the very first home game for the Wisconsin Badgers after the pandemic, when they finally allowed fans back in the stands. They said it was 860 something days since the last time the fans were in there, and they do the traditional House of Pain jump around.
Oh, good
And
time.
as soon as that first bars hit, like the crowd erupted. It literally almost brought a tear to my eye. That's how much I love football. I love. Do I think my Steelers this year are going to be Super Bowl contenders? I do not. I think they've made a lot of serious moves, some honest. They filled a lot of gaps. One of the things that everybody is talking about now, and it's one thing you actually brought up, the receiving core is going to be a little lax.
I really hope if they got Johnny Wilson, you got a chance.
But their new OC,
Johnny, what's his nuts?
Their new OC is very run heavy. So they're going to run Jalen Warren, and they're going to run
Najee Harris. Yeah. Well,
but I tell you what, I think
fucking
we've got
Steeler football.
Either way, they're not good quarterbacks, but we got better quarterbacks than what we had.
Yeah, man, you have two starting caliber quarterbacks.
And honestly, I think we're going to see a lot more of George Pickens this year.
What I think the Steelers are going to be able to do, I think they're going to be able to generate lots of first downs. They're going to generate a lot of time consumption while on offense, and leave it up to their defense. Steelers can go down there, and I see them getting 3 points almost every possession.
Well, I'm not going to go that far quite yet.
They can get points. They can move. They're going to be able to move the football.
But I tell you what, I don't think there's going to be any real blowouts anymore, because honestly, they filled needs on that defense. Our Steelers have been notorious. If you want to gain yards on them, just throw it to the middle of the field. That middle of the field was just always wide open.
Pat Fryermuth, man, product of Penn State.
So we have added, plus we got TJ. I think we really strengthened our line. Now we're going to have a second year. I think Broderick Jones did awesome last year. He should have started from the get-go.
Hopefully he's putting in the work in the offseason.
What's the cat's name? Fuatu?
Yeah. I know you're talking about Fuatu.
He, from what I read, him and Broderick have really formed a bond. And there's still talk about moving him from one position to another because Broderick Jones is a right tackle.
Steelers are just in such a tough fucking division.
They still, it's insane.
That's tight with the Bengals and Burrow.
They still have the worst schedule.
Lamar and fucking now Derrick Henry. And then I don't know, the fucking Browns, they're probably fucking done. Well, fucking Nick Chubb, man. Shame what happened to that motherfucker.
I do feel bad because I was a Nick Chubb fan.
Dude, I love watching him play, but man, that was a fucking brutal fucking injury.
I honestly think that Myles Garrett might have turned that corner after that incident and with Mason Rudolph a few years back.
Yeah, I mean, that is a tight division. Good luck picking the winner of that division.
AFC North is going to be they're solid. All four of those teams are going to be contenders. Not Super Bowl contenders, but you're going to be in a fight, any one of those guys.
Oh, every game is going to matter. Every game is going to matter this season for every team, except the Giants. They're fucked. The Panthers are fucked.
Philly, not the Phillies. I'm sorry, the Eagles. Now,
yeah,
they didn't make a whole lot of big moves. I don't really think they didn't.
We got Saquon Barkley.
You got a stud running back too.
We got a killer fucking running back.
Penn State represent.
Yeah,
and I know if we say Penn State, a lot of people are going to be like, that's a sore subject for me.
Penn State, fuck that, man, they're great.
That is a sore subject for me. Everybody knows the famous controversy that happened, and I almost wanted to take a giant steaming crap on the NCAA because they didn't just punish the athletes. They didn't just punish the coaches. They punished the students. The whole school got punished for the actions of one.
Oh, that was.
And the thing of it is, you got to think about it. Paterno was in a no-win situation because the way that the politics would have worked in that, it would have been, okay, I'm going to call the cops, and they'd have been like, "Why did you do that? Why didn't you come to us first?" And we had to handle our own investigation. He opted to not go to the cops and tried to, just involve the university. They pigeonholed that man. He was the fall guy, and he literally died from that. I still, to this day, say he died of a broken heart over that whole thing.
He died right after that, too.
It wasn't long.
That man, he God, I think he had like fucking 50 or 60 years in that organization.
Joe Paterno
was a legit fall guy. They took down his fucking statue and everything, man. That man was.
But there's been talk about putting it back up there. There has been talk. They didn't get rid of the statue like they originally thought. People originally thought they got rid of the statue. It is not gone. The only thing, and it's, I've actually seen this wall because where I work, I've made deliveries out to State College. I've actually seen this wall. There is one place in town that still promotes his, I think it was 100, how many?
Dude, the man was a legend, man.
He's,
Sandusky was a creep, man, and Paterno, he was in charge of the program. So you know what? That's the way shit rolled.
Well, here's the fun part. I want you to think about this. He did not go to Sandusky's retirement. He cut all ties with Sandusky. Paterno was trying to, at least this is what I read. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of them out there, immediately going to fact check, so on and so forth. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, he was trying in some way to, I think he was trying to get that program for the kids to disband. He knew about it. Now, that part I'm not going to deny. He discovered it.
Right.
But he was trying to do it so low-key so not to bring attention, bad publicity to the school. How can he, what can he do for the greater good of all?
Right.
And, I mean, like I said, he cut ties with Sandusky. He wanted nothing to do with Sandusky. A lot of the coaches followed suit. They tried to cut ties. And in true, politic fashion, the school turned around and made him the fall guy.
As a true Penn State fan, man, I got nothing against Paterno. I think he got fucked. I think he got screwed over, man. That man, he was Penn State. Dude, I met him one time.
I've met Paterno too.
He came, he recruited a kid from my high school, and he went on to play for Penn State. It's probably the best football player my school had ever had, lineman. And just seeing Joe Paterno walk down the hall, man, and it was royal. It was royal, man. He was football royalty.
And in my opinion, still is.
Still is, man.
I
He's one of the greatest coaches of all time, man.
Sandusky got what he deserved. He's going to rot in prison the rest of his life.
Did he die? Is he alive?
I think he's still alive, honestly. But he's.
Thought Bubba got a hold of him or something like that.
Look, I mean, when you got somebody like that who harms kids, and then you got somebody like Jeffrey Dahmer who didn't last but maybe a year or two before somebody got a hold of him.
Yeah.
You know,
according to Netflix, yeah.
Oh, you saw that too?
Yeah, that was good shit.
Dude, I've always had a weird fascination with like true crimes.
Yeah.
I get a big kick out, and here's one I'll throw out there. So on HBO Max, there is something called Very Scary People,
Okay.
hosted by Donnie Wahlberg. And it goes through and it talks about John Wayne Gacy. It talks about the Night Stalker, all the, Eileen Wuornos. She was she was a modern day serial killer, female serial killer. Then one of them that caught my attention, and it's always been a fascination with me, is the Zodiac.
That was good.
And me being the armchair sleuth that I am,
Right.
I actually got, there is a site that you can get on for the Zodiac. That is the only site that is recognized by the FBI in the crime division that still to this day is trying to figure out who was the Zodiac. And here's where it gets creepy. I was looking at the symbols. He always did those cryptic symbols. And one that stands out is always the one that looks like, it's a cross with a circle around it, and people always thought, well, he shot people, so he was using a scope as a symbol. If you really go and look, that's actually one of the Celtic cross symbols. He misspelled a lot of words, and he would always, usually words that had two S's in them. And most of the time, it was mass, like Christmas had two S's. Anytime there was MASS, there was always mass. And I was starting to put two and two together. And I was sitting there, I even looked at Connor the one time, and I said, I was telling him the same thing. I said, why would they not look at the Catholic Church? What was the Irish population in that area? You know what? I said, this could very well be a priest. He might have been, kicked out of the church. So, it could have been, somebody that was very religious. And here's what's funny.
An Irish Catholic priest.
A Roman Catholic priest, yeah.
With Irish ties.
And one of the things that stuck out was the description of two victims in a park. Gave a description of a man wearing a mask and had the that famous symbol on the front.
Okay.
And I got to look at it. I'm like, man, that looks like a monk.
Right.
He's dressed like a monk. And then as I'm piecing all this together, it was funny because there was a said he thinks that his dad might have been the Zodiac killer.
No shit. So his kid was selling them out.
And he said because the writing on the birth certificate for his son, or his birth certificate, was identical to the Zodiac's handwriting. And what debunked that was they found out his dad didn't even fill out the birth certificate. Take a wild guess who filled out the birth certificate. And this blew my mind. Because, like I said, I've already pieced all this stuff together. The person that filled out the birth certificate was not his dad.
It was the mother?
It was the local priest.
Ew.
And that really made me stop and think. I'm like, wow.
Why is a priest filling out a birth certificate?
I'm sitting there looking at all this stuff, and I'm already coming to the conclusion that this sounds like somebody that's very church related. And then next thing I know, they're telling me that the person that filled out this birth certificate that has the handwriting that is almost spot on to the Zodiac was a priest.
Very interesting.
I mean, I'm an armchair detective, but I went back and I looked at all the stuff that was on that website, all the investigations. Well, not all of it, but a good chunk of it. And nothing that I found so far has ever shown that they've investigated anything with the church. It never dawned on them, any of that.
Interesting.
So
we don't have any good serial killers anymore. I think there's too much fucking technology. You can't get away with one murder, much less a series of them.
I think what the last one, other than all these school shootings that are becoming a trend.
The mass shootings.
I'd say the closest thing we've had to an actual serial killer was the Baltimore DC sniper.
Yeah, and that's almost a mass shooting. Ish.
He randomly picked people, and by chance somebody that had recognized the vehicle went to so allow me to kill this. I'm just happy to hear that you don't hear school shootings all that often anymore. I think that's finally starting to
not be a trend.
Yeah.
Not be cool.
I'm sorry, anybody that has to target kids.
Yeah, unarmed kids. At least give them a fighting chance. Give the kids a gun.
So
bring guns to school, kids.
Yeah, boy. So this one too also says New Belgium. We are up to our second beer that we're gonna kind of.
So New Belgium is different than a hazy.
No. Because the other one said New Belgium too. We'll have to really start looking into some of these. And here we are again with Voodoo Ranger.
Tropic Force.
Tropical IPA. And surprise, surprise, when you look on the side of the can, 9.5.
Jesus fuck.
It's a good thing we're limiting ourselves. So before we do that, I gave it the root beer an 8. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you say that last one?
What was that one? That was the Juice Force.
The Juice Force.
Hazy. I'll give it a 7. I'm gonna make my 10. My 10 is gonna have to 10. Sam Adams Summer's Ale is my 10. So you have to equate
I would 100% agree with that.
You have to equate to the Sam Adams Summer's Ale.
So what's fun about the Voodoo? I'm gonna give it a 7 as well, because I mean, the only time I ever drink IPAs are in the summer.
That was the Juice Force.
It was, like I said, the twang on that one wasn't there. That normally comes with that super hoppy, super grapefruit, super piney. I felt that one was really, but that just goes along with the hazy. I mean, now this one I think is a little more traditional, but tropical. I am very interested. Before we really dig into this one, what makes this one tropical? What? Just so we can. Wow, that's not going to tell us.
We're just going to have to do it by taste.
We'll do it by taste.
What makes you tropical?
Ooh.
Oh fuck.
Ooh.
That's straight dog shit.
Ugh,
So I'm gonna go with the Juice Force was way fucking better.
way better.
This is definitely more IPA.
I'm kind of shocked that again it's another IPA where that tangy fruity is not there, but I think the other I can't even really.
It tastes like a 9.5.
I'm not even tasting anything that would be construed as tropical with that.
There's
one.
nothing fucking tropical. This is a straight IPA piece of shit. So that being said, on your 1 to 10,
Oh god, that ranks right there. I mean, I'm gonna give it a. That one's.
I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. I'd rather go with the golden monkey fucker.
Oh, we do have one of those left.
Jesus. Save that for your enemy. Hey, you want a beer, buddy?
That's
How about a golden monkey?
That's when we're offline, sitting back, chilling, and
Somebody you don't like, offer them the golden monkey.
no, the golden monkey. Believe it or not, I'd rank that up there. That one actually was good.
It was
I
good. I'll give the
it's
golden
one-
monkey a 7.
I would give it about a 7 or an 8. Yeah,
7 or an
somewhere
8,
in there.
just
I'd
because
say-
it's an IPA.
We'll say 7.5. But it had. By the time we got to that, we'd already done our shots. So it's kind of hard to go back and. Excuse me. We're probably going to have to go and.
Do the golden monkey again.
We'll have to do the golden monkey again at
Oh,
some point, but
for
we'll do
fuck's
that.
sake.
We'll save that for next time. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to finish this one.
We'll
but-
get there. We'll get there.
I don't want to. You can't pour out a beer.
No, that's sacrilege. We'll get there. We'll finish it. Might be more of a sipper.
Oh. What's weird is, like I said, for an IPA, that hoppy taste is not there.
I bet an
Like,
IPA.
it's there, but it's not. It's so light.
I think if you were an IPA person, you would love this. You would give it an 8 if you were an IPA person.
Now, bear in mind, this is all opinion. Oh. Well,
What's up, Kay?
I don't know who Kay is.
I don't know, Kay. Kay, are you an IPA person? If you are, don't drink the monkey butt or the Tropic Force.
Let's go ahead and post. Yes, updo.
All right. So she likes IPAs. I'll take it.
You know me. Yeah, both of us are like,
The plot thickens. It's the Zodiac.
it's a Zodiac.
Kay is the Zodiac. That's okay, Kay.
Your pick is blurry.
It's small. How do we know you, Kay?
I'm lost.
Befuddled.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, welcome to the chat. Last night. Uh-oh.
Fucking golden monkey.
Golden monkey.
Different name. Well played.
I like it.
Are things going better today? That's a fair question.
You had a hell of a conversation. I guess after I fell asleep, you ended up talking for 30 minutes or more, was it?
Yeah, we shot the shit a little bit. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, this
Sorry to hear that.
Well, no.
Sorry to hear that.
This is a former schoolmate of mine that I've known for some years. Obviously, she's an insomniac too.
Probably a Steelers fan.
Would be a fair assumption. She missed out on the black and gold talk we just had a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? we dug into the Steelers a little bit. We didn't talk about my Pirates. I think they're still a middle of the road, but I tell you what, man, Skeens,
dude.
Oh my God,
Him and Jones, man, they have such a fucking young team, and they're good. This isn't their year. This isn't their year, and you know what? They're probably going to tank towards the end of the season to get a couple more draft picks. But give them a year or two, and you might see the Pirates back in the playoffs. But this is not their year.
No, but it's going to be last year. What we got here? Filed for my divorce this morning due to cruelty. Mm-hmm.
There you go, man. Hey, that's a productive day and a step in the right direction. You gotta feel good about that. Gotta feel good about that, man. It's once you take that first step, it all kind of
There's always that when one door closes, another one always opens.
Yeah, you get over that hump, and like things just start rolling. You start feeling like yourself again, and that's where you need to be, man. You need to get back to being you when you're not being manipulated or controlled by someone else. It feels really good when you can finally get out there and just be yourself and remember who you are. Oh, do tell.
No, don't.
Do tell.
Well, come on, don't. Long story short, police came, I left.
Well, and thankful for our local law enforcement then. Stepping in, but yeah, it sounds like you're making the right steps to get out of a toxic situation. So I would stay
Honestly,
the course.
That'd be epic. The toxic
traits and personality.
Yeah, oh yeah. I dug into that a little bit yesterday and tended to stir.
A lot of research and reading on the personality traits of a narcissist.
They stayed with me. I got something.
It is very, very interesting personality. The narcissist. It really is. I won't get into it now, no, but like I've read up on it, and it's interesting, man. There's a lot more involved. It's cool, man. It really is kind of cool to read about these kind of personality traits.
Honestly, we could probably sit and do a whole. Man, you power through in that.
I am, dude. I just want to get it over
We could
with.
legit probably sit down and do a whole podcast and just. I mean, dude, the can of worms we could open up with something like that. Which, like I said today, in talking to somebody that's supposed to be, checking things out and subscribing and everything. Oh, excuse me.
Manipulation is probably the number one trait of a narcissist.
I think what we've done with this podcast, honestly, is we've kind of broke out of the norm. I mean, we've kind of turned it more into a chat room right now. Oh, this one's not sitting nice. Oh. Anyways. Hang it. I had a train of thought and lost it. But anyways, so
examining like personality traits on people. I mean, I don't do it to pick on people or anything. Why people are the way they are. I mean, a lot of it's history, genetics, family background. I mean, everyone is different because life would be fucking dull if we were all the fucking same. It would suck. It would absolutely fucking suck.
And you know what? Much appreciated. She says she's thankful for the podcast right now. She can meet friends, or she really needs friends.
Yeah, man. And hey, it's good to know a stranger, man. Good to know a stranger once in a while.
I mean, I like the fact that we've been able to open, and when we do the lives, I want
feedback, man. I want viewer
we're gonna start
interaction.
posting. I do want to start posting some other, we're just gonna go ahead and record some stuff and throw it on there and make them a little bit more structured. Like we saw something on the news today that really bugged us. So we're gonna sit down,
Robocallers.
robocallers, yeah. And just something that's really start off. The lives are literally going to be an open house for everybody to come in and
Oh, this is a free for all.
And
This is
just,
an absolute free for all. If you
just run it.
Yeah, if you think we suck or we fucked up, put it in the chat.
Anybody who's watching too, last night we just for the fun of it.
At the end of the day, I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about you. I want to talk about the viewer. I want to talk about somebody else. I've been with myself or with somebody else going through. If somebody else feels the same way I do, or if we feel differently, and then you know what, go ahead and make me feel differently.
Oh, you did see that dude that does that podcast where he says, "Convince me."
Convince me. Oh yeah, absolutely convince me.
He is.
The Eagles are better than the Steelers. Jump on there and convince me they're not. Oh my God,
dude! I can fact check you all day. Don't challenge me on that one.
Who's your quarterback?
We got two of them right now.
All right, I have two.
Thank you. You got one.
Thank you for one of them.
No, you've only got one.
I have Jalen Hurts and
Kenny
Pickett.
You've only got one.
Thank you.
You've only got one. You got Jalen Hurts.
Who's your running back?
I got two of them.
I have two of them.
We have 2,000-yard running backs. Oh, now see, you struck a nerve. Don't you dare.
I didn't say the Steelers are bad. I just said they weren't as good as the Eagles.
Oh.
And after what I've learned today, they're not as good as the fucking Ravens.
Oh, wow. Dude, me and you it's going to be on now.
All right.
How do you honestly think the Steelers, for as bad as they sucked last year, still shut out the Ravens? They beat them both games.
That was the worst game I've ever bet on in my fucking life.
You lost your ass because you didn't listen to me. How many times? There's one we can go. All right. So you are real big into, which one do you go with? Do you do FanDuel?
I do DraftKings mostly.
Okay, DraftKings. So
I'm a man that can bet.
How many times though, and I want you to be honest, have I told you to bet on this team, bet on the under, the over? I've told you this is the team to go with. That I even want to sit down. I'd be willing to put money. I live in Ravens territory. There's actually a lot of Steeler fans here. They're everywhere.
They're like maggots.
Me and my wife actually went to the Cincinnati game.
Like you don't have any Eagles fans
when we
down
first
there.
moved up here, and we met some friends of ours in Cincinnati, and that was when I was told by everybody they were never again going to a away game with me. I was legit that troll. How we did not get into a fight at that game because of me, I have no idea. But that being said, the night before the game, we were at a Steelers bar, 100% Steelers bar, in the middle of downtown Cincinnati. I got my picture with, Wolfie, Tunch, R.I.P. Tunch. One of my favorite parts of the night, believe it or not, though, I got to meet Ickey Woods. He came into that Steelers bar.
Ickey Woods was on the Bengals?
He was the Bengals.
Running back.
Yes.
Ickey Quickie Woods, yeah.
He had the Ickey Shuffle.
I
heard somebody kind of, they were talking about it. I walked over and said, Ickey Woods is here. And they pointed him out. How hard would it be to get you this boy? I tell you what.
He didn't do it, did he?
He goes, tomorrow, when my boys win, I'll do the shuffle.
Lo and behold.
The Steelers whooped them.
Did we get the Ickey Quickie Shuffle?
I didn't get to see the shuffle. I got my picture with him. He was so cool about it. But, again, I talk a lot about back in the day. Back when football, baseball, basketball, all these guys had heroes. Now you've got superstars today that,
Overpaid superstars.
overpaid millionaires. To see Ickey Woods, because I know when my friends and I would play football, some would do the Neon Dion shuffle.
Neon Dion. Dion was a hero.
A lot of us would do the famous Ickey shuffle.
When's the last time, speaking of Dion, a player has played both offense and defense? Aside from, all right, there's that one kid on a team, Colorado, Travis Hunter, fucking football player. Dion's son is also the quarterback of Colorado. But other than him, I cannot tell you the last time a football player has played both sides of the football.
You know what's fun about,
especially professional?
I think it's going to be a long time before we see another professional like Deion Sanders. That man, not only could he play both sides of the ball
and special teams, I think he did kick returns, punt returns.
He did it all. He literally, everybody wanted to bust on him for $35 million. Really, at the end of your career, you only got like a 1 or 2 year deal with.
Oh, he makes more money fucking coaching Colorado.
And the fun part is, he earned his money. He really did.
He was underpaid.
He was still a monster player. On top of the fact that for the longest time, he not only played football, people forget he played professional baseball too.
That's right. He played 2 sports like Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson was Now, Bo Jackson on the baseball field was an absolute beast. He was a monster.
He could slug a ball.
But, he was running for the LA Rams.
Right.
Or no, I'm sorry.
Raiders.
The Raiders. I caught myself. He was a running back for the LA Raiders. His numbers weren't the best, but he was still his speed for his size was just insane. He was another one of those that was, but then there was also, I'm trying to remember the basketball player that played baseball and he played for the Lakers.
Michael Jordan did it, but he went minors.
Michael Jordan didn't do both. He didn't play baseball until after he retired.
And then he played Washington Wizards. It just didn't work out.
He never could. He was not a baseball player. He tried. He was not a baseball player.
He had the money and he was Michael Jordan, so of course you're going to put him on your fucking team.
Of course Chicago's going to put him on the team. And then they dropped him down to the minors and he still couldn't, and therein lies, oh man. Jordan was one of those elite though.
Well, you got
he left for what? Was it 2 years? He retired for 2 years?
A year or two, yeah. It was a year or two.
And when he came back to the sports of basketball, dude, what he did for the Bulls, he admitted that first year back, no, they did not go to the championship.
No.
Not the first year he came back. But he elevated them so much in returning, they did make the playoffs that year.
But he just wasn't.
And then after that was the famous 3 run.
Michael Jesus.
These guys today. And Shaq, one of the few things that Shaq and Charles Barkley agree on, there's a famous clip that's been going around with this guy. Yeah, Shaq asked him, he said, so you're telling me that LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play the game?
Absolutely not.
And he said, yes. And he goes, what about Michael and Kobe? He said, Michael and Kobe couldn't even wear, LeBron's shoes, and Shaq, you could see, he went into a dark place. He was upset.
Shaq played against the best.
Oh, yeah. Shaq played against Jordan.
Shaq played against Jordan. He played against Barkley. He played against David Robinson. Shaq was in it, man.
Oh, man.
Shaq,
See, now you're name dropping a lot of them. Karl Malone, man.
Oh,
my God.
Shaq played against the greats, and he thrived.
He
thrived. He was a beast.
Except for his free throws. That will always be his running joke. He sucked at free throws.
I'm pretty sure. I checked this shit out. You know how? All right, so Shaq probably played for about 10, 12 years. You know how many 3-pointers I think that motherfucker made? I think it's like 0. I looked this shit up. I mean, I know it was no more than 2, but I really think in his whole time as an NBA player, he never made a fucking 3-pointer.
We now have 2 viewers. We've had 1 viewer all night. There's always one mystery viewer. Now, our most recent one has got down there and immediately started, kind of blowing up our messages and stuff. And but there's one message. I'm telling you, dude. I'm trying. I promised you I would tonight. There's one in particular I'm wondering. But
you know what? I'm thinking there are 2 NFL players that forewent their Major League Baseball careers to play football. Patrick Mahomes was offered to play in the baseball as a pitcher, and Kyler Murray, the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, he could have went to the MLB. So technically they could be dual athletes, but with scheduling and injuries and contracts and shit like that, so I mean it could still happen today, but I just don't.
There was one way back a day.
I'm getting more beer.
Go for it, might as well. We're to sports talk now. We got 2. So, you're trying to work on. Is it not working on yourself? You're going through Facebook?
Interesting.
I don't know.
It's all right. It's a learning curve, man.
So that's an interesting point real quick to get off sports for 2 seconds. I was just informed that I know who the other mystery, is now.
Donald Trump.
Apparently, when we post on here that we're, we go live, it's not notifying anybody that we're live. I wonder if that's a YouTube thing or. I sent everybody the link.
Oh no.
I posted it.
We'll figure it out, man. You got to go through my Facebook.
We may end up having to actually do like StreamYard or something that's gonna,
We'll figure it out.
But then again, we need to sit down and do a Facebook. We need to really get out there if we're really wanting to push this. We need to get on Facebook. We need to get on,
Well, I am social.
Instagram.
I am social media deaf.
Dude,
absolutely.
Some of this stuff though is like dead on.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we need to get on TikTok. As much as I hate TikTok,
I can't stand.
I'm not a fan of TikTok. I mean, every now and then I'll see a cool short. TikTok, Instagram. Snap. Well, we can't say Twitter anymore. It's Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter.
X, yeah. What the fuck?
We need to post this stuff and find out. You know what I mean?
I still can't believe they changed their name. Still can't believe it.
So, I guess a good question is, let's ask our viewers, how did you hear that we were live tonight?
Facebook. Had to be Facebook. That's the only shit I use.
Because I'm getting some people saying that they don't get the notification, and when we go on live, it's not,
All All right, so I like Facebook. I like Snapchat. All right. I'm
I still don't have you on Snap, by the way. It's weird.
yeah. Why?
You were supposed to give me your.
Yeah, I don't. I'm still learning how to exchange snap codes. All right, I do have. All right, at some point in my life, I made a Instagram.
Okay.
I think a lot of people use Instagram, and I don't know.
Instagram's still a thing, but
What-
mainly people use Instagram anymore. Twitter has become more porn based, more adult oriented. That's how a lot of these OnlyFans, producers
I do.
they get that's how they post their stuff. They'll get on there. They'll they'll give their little teasers.
I'm gonna make an OnlyFans. I'm gonna make an OnlyFans.
With who?
Me. I'm gonna do an OnlyFans
By yourself.
Now, all right. So is OnlyFans only dirty shit, or is it only dirty shit? Because you have to pay
So
to see a picture.
as far as I know, OnlyFans is not just it's most notable for being authentic. The actual what would be now considered reality porn.
All right. So let me get this straight.
But OnlyFans is also used by like chefs who, if you really want to know some of my secret ingredients, subscribe to my OnlyFans and I'll.
It's not just all dirty.
Yeah.
So all right. So what I see and what I notice are the people that are publishing OnlyFans. This is just what I see, or what has been put out to me have been like single moms.
I'm listening.
Or moms stuck at home with the kids all day. Kids go to sleep. Mom goes in the bedroom, makes a video, takes a picture, puts on OnlyFans. So I think it's like that, like work from home. It's a remote job.
Okay, so I'm on a sidetrack here. I am literally trying to get on. Okay, so if I pull it up in my YouTube app, I am literally trying to get on. Let me. Okay, so if I pull it up in my YouTube app, I know we're live, but I'm just interested. Yeah, it's working. I know we're live, but I'm just.
So and
I know.
All right, so with OnlyFans, I think it's a lot of single moms at home trying to make some extra money on the side, because that's what's been promoted to me.
I didn't put the up.
So do you get paid for pictures and videos?
Oh God, you got me another one.
Yeah.
Why'd you do the Tropic?
I just grabbed what was in there. I just grabbed the first things.
Ugh. We just said how much we despise.
It got better.
Ugh.
It got better.
So, anyways,
So OnlyFans, you pay for secret content. Correct? I've never done it.
I mean, I personally do not subscribe to OnlyFans.
I have an
Okay.
account, and then when like it was like, oh, you have to pay like $8 for this picture. I
So-
was like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Most known, and what we joke at work, when it comes to OnlyFans, it's most known for its porn. It's adult content, or I don't know, saying porn, but I have heard that, like I said, I'm just gonna throw a name out there, like somebody like Gordon Ramsay. Okay, I could see him using it to.
His secret.
I've got the way to make the perfect scrambled egg.
All right, or like, all right.
So if you subscribe to my OnlyFans, I'm going to give you the.
What was that?
It is 12 o'clock at night, and I think my son just decided to take the trash out.
Either that or you got a bear. That scared the shit out of me.
And we're down to one viewer again. So,
Yeah.
anyways, back to it. We've hit the hour and a half mark. We're stopping at 2.
Yeah. That's our
We are
cutoff,
stopping
man.
it too.
I want someone to get in the chat and ask us a rando fucking question.
I'll tell you what, anybody that is on there right now, I just tried myself. I was able to do it through my phone. Just get on there. Yeah, I forgot to put, I didn't put up.
Yeah, give us that random question, man. Watch me and Bill disagree.
Well, I tell you what, since we've got a side viewer over here, I was able to get in the app and just type in the messages.
Right.
So there's no reason why you can't type in the messages. I did not. Now,
we did have a good chat earlier with our side viewer about like Pennsylvania shit.
Ooh.
About Pennsylvania shit. Like out here
Okay.
we got the restaurant Permanis, and only out here, Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania, that's where I am from. We do not do this. We do not put coleslaw, and we do not put French fries on fucking everything. Pittsburgh, especially restaurant Permanis, that's their style. You put coleslaw on your sandwich, and you put soggy. They're soggy French fries. They're soggy French fries
Oh, dude.
on your sandwich. I mean, it's good because you're getting meat, vegetables, and carbs.
As opposed to the Philly cheesesteak, which I have had a traditional Philly cheesesteak in Philadelphia. Thank you very much.
Depends where.
The bun, the actual bread that they put it on was
Right.
soggy immediately afterwards. They overloaded it to the point where I couldn't even hold it together.
It depends. If
Everywhere does different. So
Everywhere
you can't
does
just say Western. Like me, when I think of Western Pennsylvania, when I think of Pennsylvania food altogether, ham, my go-to ham steak, pierogies, which my wife will attest, I make the world's best. If you want just to mix it up, throw green beans in there. On the, as another side, or do some. When it comes to stuffing, I'm sorry, do not do off-brand. Stovetop is stuffing God all day long. Off-brand does not do it justice.
And it's like a difference of like
Okay.
30 cents. Yeah, go ahead. Swing for the fences on your stuffing.
So, yeah, I mean, if I'm in a pinch and I'm trying to figure out dinner, honestly, yeah, I will jump right on.
About the cheesesteak. There's a way to make a cheesesteak.
Yes.
And in Philly, we call it whiz.
We
call it whiz.
The canned cheese.
The canned cheese whiz.
Yes.
We'll call it whiz. We'll call it whiz. Some places they will go ahead and all right. It's got to be cooked on a flat top. So you get your so you're cooking your steak, and then you go ahead and you throw in your sliced onions, and then you have to integrate your cheese once your meat starts turning brown. All right, so how do we do this? I mean, some places do American cheese.
Oh,
3 slices diagonal.
Pittsburgh does the fries on their salads.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's fucked up, man. Carbs on everything. Everything is carbs.
I mean, what is
so with the whiz? So I made my son one time. I made him a dad special Philly cheesesteak. You got to toast the bun so it doesn't get soggy. All right, gives it a little bit of reinforcement from the steak grease with the onions, and then you integrate the whiz and you toss this and you toss this. You mix it all. You're getting hungry,
dude. You had me at hello. Okay,
so, right. So you toss this. So now you got.
You were talking about McDonald's earlier.
So you got the fried onions, you got the cooked steak, and now I dumped a shit ton of fucking cheese whiz on this.
Oh God,
whiz.
Ugh.
So when you order a cheesesteak in Philly, and they ask you what kind of cheese you say, I want whiz. And that's what they do, man. They dump it, man. By the ladle, it's like do you ever put like a hot ladle in nacho cheese and just pour it on your nachos? Same shit, man. But we're doing this with Cheese Whiz on hot shaven meat. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, okay. You want to bring up shaved meat?
You gotta have it. You gotta have it with the whiz.
So, since we got 2 viewers again,
2 viewers
He
sitting
knows-
by the
he knows
stove
how to
right
cook.
now.
just throwing it out there.
Yeah, 2 viewers sitting by the stove, man.
Matchmaker,
Just-
make me a match.
Just looking for that. Just looking for that
He's
whiz.
looking for the escape route right now. So, anyways, we're talking about shaved meat.
Shaved lamb. Are we
You
going?
know where I'm going.
Are you going with the gyro or the hero? What
The
is it?
gyro. We say it gyro in Pennsylvania.
It's a gyro.
Everybody else says gyro.
It's a gyro.
It's a gyro.
I'm from Pennsylvania. I call it a gyro.
Well, guess what? Connor works for a
Greek diner.
true Greek, and he says that Americans call it gyros.
Here's the
It
thing.
is gyro.
So my uncle, he owned a Greek restaurant straight from Greece. Him, his father, his family owned a Greek restaurant. And every day before we went to work, we went to this Greek restaurant because I don't know, for some reason I think Greeks owned a lot of private diners. And he called it a hero. The Greeks actually, the Greeks who came up with this shit
They
called it a hero. So yes, you are correct.
So here's the thing:
However,
When it comes
I
to-
refuse.
when
I
it comes
refuse.
to a gyro,
gyro,
a gyro,
gyro.
a gyro.
Continue.
Is that your?
Stop it.
You giggled, really?
Yeah, you're gonna pinch my nip. They're
So,
sensitive.
anyways, I look forward every year to the Big Butler Fair, and there's 2 people on here right now that know the Big Butler Fair.
And
you have to go to John the Greek's. And there's one that is the best, and it is the one that is not in that line of where all the foods are. Which the Big Butler Fair has the world's, like, I mean, I'm not gonna say the world's, but they have a massive selection of food. Everything is fucking amazing there. Like,
Dude, I love going to the fair and I fucking eat.
you go.
I eat.
There's that one that when you go in the back entrance, if you go in, he's always set up right there. There's a John the Greek's. You go in, make a left, walk towards the end, almost to that gate, and right there is a John the Greek's. There's so few people that go to that one because everybody's always circled around that one, the ones that are in the main food area. He makes the best. Like, I mean, it's fresh. He's got it down to a science, and that guy's there every year.
Lay him off the spit.
He
man.
is the best at making a Greek hero. Oh, dude. Like, I mean, we're talking about joygasm. Like,
Joygasm.
This is food porn all day for me.
Did you ever? All right, man. All right, so my family, one side of my family was super Greek.
Super Greek.
So
Your mom had a mustache?
no, fuck no, man. She wasn't a Greek part.
Oh,
She wasn't a Greek part.
Oh, boy.
So I think it, man.
Anybody that watched our first live, I lit into him and had some fun.
Yeah, so there's a Greek holiday. I can't remember what the fucking Greek holiday was. I think it was like, I don't know, fucking Easter or some shit like that, right? But it was a big Greek fucking holiday. So they put a lamb on a spit. Like, they were, I mean, I'm telling you, man, straight off the fucking boat. These people, I mean, they lived in fucking Greece.
I am almost game.
So I went there and I'm like, all right, so let's see what this is about, right? I mean, there's plenty of beer, but the feature was the lamb on a spit. So they bought a fucking lamb and they put it on there, dude. I will never forget this fucking sight, dude. So that they're cooking this fucking lamb and they're spitting it by hand on a wooden stick over a fire.
Oh,
Over a fire. It was a wooden.
oh God, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
it was
I
fucking
really
metal.
am. I'm.
Well, I'm about to kill that because all I could remember was that they never took the fucking eyes out of the animal.
I'm good with that.
So they're cooking this thing and it's slowly spinning
Okay.
all day. I'm watching this fucking lamb's eyeballs like melt.
So here you go. I got one for you now. Okay.
And I couldn't eat it. I could not eat it. Because all I saw was that fucking
We're talking about
lamb's
food, okay?
lamb looking at me. Yeah.
So, I like to hunt. I love to hunt. As deer hunting in the season, you put me rifle. As much as I love deer, I have just as much fun with deer when when it's time to kill one. So, my father-in-law, the one year, we were all at the house, and my brother-in-law had brought a friend of his, Nathan, and him and I were just going back and forth, having fun. I'm sure my wife remembers that one. That was the famous. Every one of us came back in with seed ticks that day. It was rough. So Nathan's there, and we decided the one time just to go ahead and try it. Dennis has always wanted to not let any part of the deer go to waste. So
Wait, when you say any part of the
two
deer,
of us got bucks that year.
insides. Oh fuck.
And we opted to go ahead and try deer testicles.
The fuck?
Me and Nathan were the only. Well, I think your dad tried it that year too, didn't he?
All right. So, do deer?
Yes.
Are they like humans? They only have two balls.
Yes,
2 balls. All right.
2 balls.
So
he literally fried them up.
there was nothing else you could have done with this fucking deer. You were like, oh,
we ate every part of this deer.
That's some fucking savage caveman shit.
I don't think we ever ate the brains. I don't think we ever fully got into the liver or anything like that. But out of pure morbid curiosity,
That's fucking morbid curiosity. Holy fuck.
I think
Jesus.
that was the
fuck.
reason Dennis did it. And me and Nathan
How would you like if somebody ate your balls?
were the only two that tried it. And I tell you, it took. We had to coax each other into it. Like we were literally.
Horrible. This is fucking horrible.
It was
You're
the- it
the
was the-
Zodiac.
It was the funniest thing we'd ever done.
I found the Zodiac.
If you would ever get to meet Nathan, you want to talk about a cool, laid back, likes everybody. Like he has never met a bad person that I'm aware of.
He likes balls
He loves everybody.
and balls.
So he's always up for
balls.
having a new experience, something he can turn around and say, yeah, I've done it. He lives life.
Yeah,
He literally
I
lives
get
life.
that. I get that, but there's a cutoff. You do not eat balls.
Dude, you won't even try mayonnaise on a hot dog.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
did,
definitely
and
not
believe it or
touching
not-
fucking balls. Holy fuck. You ate balls?
I ate the deer's balls.
Jesus fuck.
Well, I ate one of them. We
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
get. I mean, it was.
Dude,
If
the
you- if
only
you-
way I would eat balls if I was stranded out in the middle of
We
fucking
just
nowhere.
literally got an ooh.
Yeah, for 3 hours. No, I would have to be stranded out in the middle of the fucking woods for 3 weeks, haven't eaten, and the only thing that I found in the middle of the woods were balls. Then maybe well cooked. I mean, I don't even think I could do it, dude.
Ugh.
I would put that. I would put fucking mayonnaise on. Holy fuck, dude! I could not eat.
So
fucking
wait,
balls.
now you're telling me you don't like mayonnaise?
I worded incorrectly, dude. But like seriously, the only dude. Oh my god, I could not eat fucking balls.
Okay. Since
All right, would you?
Hang on.
Would you give a deer a blowjob? It's like the same fucking thing, except you're fucking eating it, chewing it, and swallowing it.
We cooked it and chewed it and swallowed it.
So you gave you gave a dead deer a blowjob.
Not even close. I think the 9.5 is starting to get to you at this point.
No, I just holy fuck, dude.
No. Dude, believe it or not, when me and my uncle went on this trip, back in '92. My uncle took me on a cross-country trip.
Okay.
We were in Colorado. It was either Colorado or Wyoming. I can't remember which. But as we were driving, he almost spiked the brakes and he goes, "Did I just see that?" Does a big U-turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a quarter mile down. Does another U-turn. Once he can get back on the other side, we pull over. The funniest thing, I had these pictures. We both got a picture of this sign. It was Testicle Festival. Their tagline was, "You'll have a ball."
That I could get involved with, but dude,
they cut the balls off a bull and eat them.
Jesus, fuck, no, I could not get
You
involved.
just
with
said
that.
nope.
No. The Testicle Festival sounds fun, but if you're out there and you got a food truck and you're whipping up bull's balls,
so
Jesus,
you gotta think, like,
fuck.
mountain oysters, dude. There's a lot. I mean,
how many balls have you eaten?
We didn't go to the festival. We took a picture of the sign because it was hilarious. It was fun.
Man, you would have been their best customer.
Now, seeing as how
We got
on
the ball
here
boys rolling,
I have another homegrown Western Pennsylvanian. What Pennsylvania cuisine have we not talked about yet that would kind of, maybe I've forgotten, because I mean I left and was gone for 15 years.
like a PA thing.
Give me a good PA. Like, I mean,
Philly's
we got quick. I mean, Philly's got the Philly cheesesteak. That's their
Philly
big.
has two things. They have the cheesesteak and they have the soft pretzel.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. You guys did create the soft pretzel.
And we have the soft pretzel and the cream cheese.
Actually, oh boy, we just got a. She's salivating over there.
And the Philly cream cheese. But as far as Philly and Eastern PA is concerned, that's our cue, man. That's our tits. Out here, Western
honestly, it's
PA,
not just like Western and Eastern Pennsylvania. I mean, like, they had no idea what a pierogi was until I introduced it to her.
That's nuts, man. Nuts.
And I hooked her on day one. She could not believe it.
Best kind of they actually have a pierogi festival.
Yes, and it is coming up here shortly.
Oh, I'm taking my daughter.
Guess what else happens in September?
It's a date.
No, it's August or September, one of the two. I actually took her the one time to the Rib Fest. The feature band that night. Of course, I mean, Clarksburg, they're royalty here in Pennsylvania. They were. Oh wait, Heinz ketchup.
There you go.
You really had to throw Heinz ketchup. That's what you went with, was Heinz ketchup.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing,
All
man.
everything else we could have went with, you went with Heinz ketchup.
How about this? Is it still Heinz Field? Hey.
It'll always be Heinz Field, and it will be Heinz. And it's I mean, you took a big step down by
money, man.
dropping. I'm still
go fuck
really,
yourself.
Of all things,
it's still Heinz Field
with Heinz ketchup. Damn it!
It's I won't name it as a cuisine, but I'm pretty sure that's the best fucking ketchup, dude. If you're getting off-brand ketchup, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. That's a good call. I'll take it.
As one of the people I follow on Instagram, Joey Swole. He loves to put out there all the crap that goes on in the gyms now. All these girls wanting to post these sexual or trying
OnlyFans.
The stuff from the gym. He's a true gym person that just wants the gym to be a place where you go in and work out. But as he would say, do better. I'm sorry, you went with Heinz ketchup.
That's good. That's good. I'm not going to say it's a cuisine. But that's a Pennsylvania thing. Hundo, man.
I mean, that'd be like me going, Iron City Beer, Yingling,
PA, Latrobe, yeah.
No, Pottsville, Latrobe. Or I'm sorry, Pottsville is Yingling.
Latrobe's Rolling Rock.
Latrobe was Rolling Rock, but they got bought out by Anheuser-Busch. Now they're out of St. Louis.
Yeah, that's a sin.
That was another one of my go-tos, was Rolling Rock.
When we were younger.
Yes.
We were younger.
But here's something that, it's going to be a little dated, and I'm sure when people look at this video, they'll be like, what the hell is that? We were just talking about this the other night. Red Dog.
Red Dog. I'm going to tell you something
Red
about
Dog, you could literally buy a 30-pack for $10, and for some reason, that beer was just, to me, of course, I was a minor at the point.
So when I graduated high school, right, I had one friend. He was one of my best friends. He was the only one in my class with a fake ID. And this shit fucking worked back then because they didn't scan it or anything like that. They just looked at it. So he had a fake ID. So we had a banger. We had a banger after we graduated at my buddy's house. This is the last time I saw these people. And so we went to one distributor that we knew this fake ID would work. And he had a little Ford Ranger pickup truck. We filled up the back of his Ford Ranger with Red Dog. I have pictures of this.
Well,
we bought gosh damn, at least 8 cases of Red Dog. 1998.
Whew.
1998.
Right before that was literally the beginning of the end of their tenure.
Yeah. It was, and Red Dog, it was cheap. And I think I'm telling you, man, we probably didn't have more than $150 to buy all this beer. So we went in there, fake ID. I was 18. Sean was 18. And we said, what's your cheapest beer? He said, it's right there on sale. For a case of beer was less than $10. We spent every fucking dollar we had, and it was the best graduation party. It was great. It was fucking epic, man.
I can honestly say, even at a young age, Red Dog, I could get tore up on and wake up the next day and be fine. It was weird.
Well, we were younger. We were younger. We could recover a lot better.
Yeah, and here we are sipping IPAs after we said we probably should stay away from IPAs. But part of our thing is actually we're going to talk about drinks. I've actually got a drink I'd like to create, in here that does not like it. I've shown it to another friend. We need to get a hold of Jason again, by the way, and kind of keep him in the loop. I'd like to get Crossroads on here sometime.
Our bassist friend, yeah.
Our bassist friend.
We'll take that. Eventually, we will go mobile.
Well, and that
we can do shorts. We can do shorts.
That brings me to my other point. We've been talking about beer. We've been talking about beer a lot as of late.
I fucking love beer.
So I know we've got somebody in here. Wow. We've got somebody in here right now that's kind of sitting off the sidelines. I know for a fact she would enjoy it. I think maybe me and this knucklehead, since we can go mobile, should go to Pottsville, Pennsylvania, to the Yuengling Brewery. Maybe do a couple shorts there. And get somebody else involved. I'm thinking. Now, I've said it already once. You couldn't hold on 2 more minutes. We said we're going to stop at 2 hours. We are literally at the 2-hour mark, dude. We're at 1:59. We got 2 viewers, yes, which is fine. But I've got to get up early. You got basketball tomorrow. Yeah. You're literally going to go for one more. Bottom line, I'm going to call it right now. We will do this last review. And we're cutting it off because we don't want to. Once you start going over 2 hours, dude, people are going to be like, So we're going to go ahead and you can hold off. Jump right on it. We're gonna introduce our catchphrase tonight. We're gonna try some new stuff. I'm gonna call. Oh wait, going to sleep. Thanks for the laughs.
Hey, good time. Thanks for the interaction.
Hey, appreciate you coming out. Tell your friends. I know you got some friends. I know you have to know some people from our graduating class. So I am imploring you.
They're all
I've been
dead.
trying to. I will kill you. Will you stand?
Getting older.
I do ask that you try and reach out to some of these guys, and if you think it's funny, you have a good time doing it, tell them to subscribe, tell them to check it out, tell them, run us, honestly. And yeah, like I said, appreciate you coming out. Thanks for throwing some messages out there, and we invite everybody that comes on to message format. So I know some people have said it's hard to do on your phone. Obviously, I'm going to sit down with people and be like, all right, because I can get on there personally. But yeah, get some people that get our. I mean, since coming back, I really have not been able. I can only think of one person I went to school with, and now I guess two. I'd like to reach back out. Honestly, just to kind of.
Well, thank you. You have a good night too.
So, yeah. Anyways,
but in summation,
I'm sure while you were, relieving yourself, I would very much like to, since we can do this mobile, what if we tried to set up a trip? Me, you, and Miss Sarah over there, because she's showed interest in it.
Brains behind the operation.
Let's go to Pottsville. Let's go to the Yuengling Brewery.
I've been there.
I have not. My brother-in-law, who hates Pennsylvania, hates anything northern, has actually been, I hooked him on Yuengling. He loves Yuengling.
It's a sweet tour, man. It really is.
And why not go in there and say, look, we got a podcast. What do you think? Maybe talk to somebody. Maybe set something up. Maybe, we can go ahead. We can get those lapels. I'm dying to get our sound room done, dude. I know you don't have the internet right now, but all you got to do is hey, come over here. We're going to tear this floor up. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Let's get this sound room and actually really get this thing going. Because I think at this point, every time we've gone live, we've gained viewers.
That's the plan, Stan.
Yes, a Slippery Rock alumni night. Oh, I'd be game for that.
I am a Rock alumnus.
Well, you're Slippery Rock University. We're talking Slippery Rock High School.
Oh, those losers.
Oh, okay. And what's funny is I would move to the town that I never knew this until I lived here.
The rivalry between Grove
City and Slippery Rock. I never knew that was a thing.
My son and my daughter, they both have competed against Slippery Rock. I went to Slippery Rock U. Yeah, it's intense.
Yes,
man.
a Slippery. Oh man, wow. And I'm gonna have to call you out, homie. Most of the people that are following, actually, I think all the people that are following are my peeps. We need you to get out there,
Amanda.
Oh, that's one of my peeps too.
Oh no, you got peeps. I got critics. Fair enough. Fair enough. I got followers, but they are critics.
Like I said, I'm gonna call some certain individuals out.
Which I love criticism.
I'm not gonna give names, but I'm telling you right now,
chance.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Please.
You are legit giving me. This man will be cool. Me, I promise you, I'm going to put you on blast. You've given me all the ammunition I need to put out more content. And I promise 100% the stuff that you're giving me is going to give us more ratings. 150%.
I thrive off it. I've had to deal with it. We all do.
We all deal with it.
Oh man, adversity is just another way to say fuck you. I did it. I done it. I overcome it.
Well, the fun part is, as we've alluded to before, back in our early days of friendship, I would come up with ideas and you'd be kind of like, It literally was just a handful of months ago. We were chilling out here, doing our thing, enjoying life,
Drinking beers,
doing shots, just laughing. And I will never forget, I was sitting here talking to you and you kept looking over. I love the fact that as soon as I said podcast, you got your platform, homie. And you've run with us. I think what we've done, minus last night. Last night's I'm gonna chalk up as a
Here's the thing.
we need to do better.
Last night we had our most viewers.
No.
We were up to 7.
We did, but a lot of people weren't like I think the best night was that one night that we had my friend Daniel, we had Rachel, we had April. Everybody was in the chat. Everybody was, really getting involved. Everybody, and it was a fun night. I am challenging you now to get a hold of
Throwing the gauntlet.
military friends, beer drinking friends.
I have
Whoever.
I have a huge network.
You do.
Huge network.
You do. And I challenge you now. Granted, we have 13 people. We are small bones compared to, the rest of them out there. But I think with what we got going on and the more than positive feedback that we've got from this, some controversy, but controversy sells. Oh God, people like that.
They love
But
that, man.
I tell you what, I think we're going to take off. I really do. I think we can actually make this into something.
You know why I know we're going to take off? Is because people want to see us fail.
Ooh.
And when people want to see you fail, that just gives you more drive
to
make you want to succeed.
I would agree with that. But I think at this point, we've, as a whole, turned a corner. People want to see others succeed. They want to see them beat the quote unquote system. You beat the man. You did what you didn't think. And that's the best part. Like me, I'm the type of guy, if you tell me it can't be done, and this young lady over here will, she'll back me on this because it's caused some rifts. I am that guy that will say, "Oh, it can't be done. Watch this."
That's a good thing, man.
Okay.
As a dad, and I don't think you were with us last night when I said this. As a dad, as a father, there's one thing you cannot do, and that's lose. Were you with us last night?
I don't remember that part, but
seriously, as a dad, as a father, as a good one, as a good dad, as a good father, because I mean, dude, seriously, if you lose, you're not a good dad. You are going to be faced with challenges. You're going to be faced with adversity, and at the end of the day, Like, even still to this day. I'm 44, and you ask your father at some point, even if you guys were estranged, because you know at the end of the day, as a dad, as a man, you cannot fucking lose.
You can.
I mean, you can. I mean,
And here's how. Now,
but I mean, you're gonna go down fucking swinging.
Again, we keep alluding to last night. Last night was an absolute train wreck. We went outside our norm, and my son let me know today there was a few things that he was a little bit,
Perturbed.
questioning, and I had to go and explain to him why. Basically, I had to give him the who, what, when, where, and why.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things we alluded to last night, and everybody, this was what caused us some controversy, was me airing out some of my old laundry. The reason I did that, just to verify.
Did you feel better?
It lets you guys know I'm just like you. I make mistakes. I do stupid things. Where I win, though, is I take those mistakes and I don't repeat them. And if I even toe that line, I find a way to fix it. And that's what I want to instill in my son.
It's
The fact that,
part
yes,
of being a man, right?
I own what I've done. I never hide behind it. I never deny it. But that is part of being a man.
I did when I was
taking what you've done that has not worked, and was it the chair?
Yeah, it wasn't me, man.
Okay. Taking what you've done that's wrong, making a mistake, learn from that. Use, I like to say the word learning curve. Using that to better yourself, not using your past discretions as a weapon against somebody else, using it as a
weapon. I like it.
I think
tool.
One of the big things today is mental health. And one thing that I've noticed just in the last few days, you do know June is Pride Month, correct? This is Pride Month.
No, that explains the parades and shit. Yeah.
But
there's also Juneteenth. Was that today?
There's Juneteenth going on.
Is that today? Today was the 13th. Is that today? Is there June 19th?
I'll have to look on that. But this was also this was supposed to be men's mental health.
Father's Day is Sunday. Father's Day Sunday.
Men's Mental Health Day, or Mental Health Month, was June. It still is June. And as somebody that does, and you can attest to this. I've had some conversations. We both deal with depression.
A lot of people do.
And a lot, dude, it's huge. Like some of the stats I was looking at today is insane.
Life's a bitch, man.
But what we're doing right here, let's go a little deep. Maybe what we're doing might inspire people too.
That's kind of a
what
goal.
What I want people to realize: what one person can do, so can another. It doesn't mean it's going to be as easy for us as it was for somebody else.
No, you have to find the individual drive.
But fact of the matter is, I am not going to be that person that, I'm not going to give in to my depression. I ran, when I had my last surgery, and I told you this before, I fell into a really deep depression towards the very end. Like the last few months, I went really bad. Not to the point where, I mean, I'm not going to say that, the S word was not running through my head,
Right.
but I found ways to get past it. And I feel like some mistakes that I've made have made me stronger, have made me, okay, it's woken me up to what I have.
Learning from your mistakes and appreciating
Honestly, like,
what you have.
Exactly. Because I can tell you firsthand, the majority of the people do not realize what they have until it's gone.
That is like an absolute
And-
lesson of life, man.
As I had to tell
We get greedy at
my
points.
other half today,
That's me.
honestly, my wife has been my rock. I mean, her and I, when we fight, it's bad.
Oh yeah,
But
she's
I
a monster.
always-
She's a monster.
I'm usually one of the ones. I'm usually the one that tries to find a way to put that smile back on her face. Because truth of the matter is, as mad as I get, and I feel everybody needs to find this person in their life.
Yeah,
Okay, now hang
everybody
on, hang
does
on.
have one.
One thing that I always try and remind myself when her and I get into it, she left her home state to start over with me.
Well, the fact that you realize that,
She left everything behind, and things were bad right then. I'm not going to go too deep into that one because
yeah, let's not.
I've honestly, there's a lot of hatchets that got buried on that one.
All right.
There's
Hatch is buried. Continue.
so we found a way to better ourselves. Now, does that mean I haven't made mistakes?
We all make mistakes, man.
But I 100% make sure to tell myself I do have. I mean, I've got a wife that has truly backed me. She really has. She stood behind me. She has accepted what I've done. Does it still sting? No one ever gets over a sting.
No, but there's acceptance.
But she is honestly, she's been there. And, we were just talking today that, those demons that I was fighting last time are coming back. Like, I mean, and I go back to the depression. I mean, depression's an evil monster. It really is.
Dude, how often do I go dark?
But that being said,
I go dark.
not only do I go dark, I use it as a.
There's an understanding between depressed people, I think.
And that is why,
Fair
my
enough.
friend, I am constantly and still pushing right now. I'll call it out. I am going to push until the very end. I think with the ideas that we've had and the stuff that we've done and the stuff we've talked about, 2 weeks from now, I want to see us. Let's make it happen, homie.
That's the plan, Stan.
You brought up some stuff that I talked with Connor about literally just yesterday. We have ideas.
There's ideas and there's plans.
I truly do. Honestly, I think this trip's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have a blast. I think the kids are gonna have the blast. They're excited. My son and your son have been wanting to go and shop for clothes. My son just went last night and shopped for clothes. I think we are going to make this of us. While we're down there,
I love a challenge.
while we're down there,
Mm-hmm.
we're going live.
Oh, absolutely.
We are going live right on the beach.
There will be shorts. There will be shorts. Is that what you call them?
Shorts, small videos, something like 10, 15 minutes long. Just, hey, we're at this hotel. Check this out. Let me go out here and show you this beach. Look at my kids having a blast.
Look at my man boobs.
Check
out that man
honestly, get away from everything right now and just put it. I'm telling you right now, like me personally, this woman over here can attest to this. When I'm on the beach, I'm a different person.
We all are. That's a chance to put your.
And that's what's nice about going and visiting. As much as I think I would love to live on the beach, I think it's a pipe dream. Because after so long, it's like, okay, like my brother who lives on the Outer Banks, he's been there for, I want to say 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
To him, when he looks at the ocean, it's a large bar. It's water. I don't want to lose that. So looking forward to it every year. And you know what the best part is? I was just talking to my son the other night. We're getting close. We're at the I was joking with him. I'm like, I got some ideas for next year already, which I will talk to you, and he's game for it. And I even made the comment, I'm like, if you're still wanting to hang out with, if Dad's still cool enough to hang out with, because he graduates next year. Both our boys graduate next year.
One day, man. One day.
Ooh, I'm watching. We literally finished off the bottle.
That's it.
Nope. This is small. Allow me.
Perfectness. Pristine.
Literally, there was nothing left.
Pristine.
Can't look more.
So that being said, man.
So we were at the 2 hour and 22 minute. Now we've gone into a little bit of overtime. We originally said an hour. We had some people on here. One hasn't figured out how to message yet. We'll work on that as soon as we go off air here, which is very close.
We'll get there, man. I appreciate everyone's participation.
Dude, thank you for everybody that's watching this. Hopefully this time we've been able to kind of keep your interest a little bit more. We were a little more structured.
Subscribe and like.
We subscribe and like. Tell your friends. Subscribe and like. Hit a like, hit the like button up there. We do plan on getting on some more platforms. That's coming up. Like I said, we've already got one sponsor. We're definitely going to have to, and I think after this is all said and done, I think we have a little bit of a conversation to have. We might be able to go ahead and get something, maybe one or two things started tonight. I'm not staying up too late.
Rome wasn't built in a day, baby.
It is 1 o'clock.
But thank you guys.
Thank you.
Tune in, share, like, and subscribe.
Let us know what you want to talk about, what you want to hear us talk about. Now, if you remember what I was talking about yesterday,
He's got a slogan.
We got a slogan, and we're going to try this. So
since it's the last shot.
This is the last shot. Cheers. We never did rate our beer.
I'm okay.
So the New Belgium, by the way, we never did it. We got a little bit of time left.
Voodoo Ranger Peach Force.
Okay, so you ready?
Holy fuck, that last one kicked my ass.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. That one's like, I can taste the hops in that one.
It's a lot better than whatever that deer balls you just ate. still
that's a
can't.
conversation again. I can see it now. This right here, Voodoo, for the IPA drinkers, there is a little bit of a peach taste, but this one actually does have that more hoppy. It kind of brings back the
An
Um,
IPA drinker would like it.
I'm gonna give that one a 6, homie. Honestly, I am.
I'll go 5.
That's not bad.
I'll go 5. It's fucking deer balls. Oh my god.
So, let's see how well he remembers. I'll tell you what. I'll close it out. You know,
Wrap her up, baby.
All right. So, we've talked multiple things. We've left it open for everybody. I know it's really late. We're gonna start working on getting a lot earlier. You know, when people actually have an opportunity to, you know, and they're not trying to go to bed. I know we got to work. Me personally, I'm off work right now due to an injury.
Samesies.
We're going to try and start scheduling a little more. We're going to start posting a little more. Maybe tomorrow. Are you doing anything tomorrow, Steve?
I got hoops, man.
Okay, so
There you got a DJ or some
but
shit?
what time do you have to go to hoops?
I'll be back from Erie by 4.
No, what time do you have to be there?
I'll be there by I'll be in Erie 11 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm there early.
so we are going to start pushing for actually doing some more shorts, some more, you know, smaller 5-minute, 10-minute stuff that, you know, maybe we've seen, maybe we've heard, maybe just him and I sitting down. And I think at some point, maybe, you know, Steve, I'm going to challenge you on this one.
Love a challenge.
If you feel like there's something you've seen and I'm not at your house, get on your phone and go live or you know, just record a video. You know, you've seen something that kind of got to you, or you know, something that was interesting, or you know, because I think the more stuff we put out there, the more it's going to be, you know.
Should have got me this morning, dude. I would have give you like hangover cures.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
Gatorade
Yeah.
all day. Gatorade, burnt toast, and burnt toast. Believe it or not, because when you burn toast, it adds. It's weird. It's
Dude,
weird.
I woke up
It's
this
something-
morning and I made spaghetti
Really.
for breakfast. Yeah.
So what we're gonna do here is
I'm pretty sure I put eggs in it. I don't remember.
I promise
It was
you-
fuzzy.
this weekend. We've already set it. Is it set in stone? Sunday we'll come in here and kind of work on this a little bit.
Yeah. We'll do a little something on Sunday, man. Tune in.
I want to. It is coming. I promise you, it's coming. We've got a sound room. We're wrapping it up. Yes, sir. I want to shout out again to my friend Steve's Diesel Shop.
For all your Mercer County diesel needs.
Oh man, I'm telling you, this dude, one of the nicest people you'll meet, and I can't talk enough on this dude. Like he literally, he's one of the ones that traveled an hour out of his way with some friends to come down. And I mean, dude, I promise you, good guy. So there's the phone number, 724-269-0477. Any of my Mercer County people that, you know, needs truck, whatever. And to end it,
Thanks, guys, man.
I'm gonna say this. Here it is. Let's see how this works. Everything we've said tonight has been opinion. But then
Absolutely.
again, it could be the liquor talking.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
All right, Sarah. So what the fuck, man?
I